this is your Model Y. What's the name?
Yeah, this is license plate Solar Lover. My tag inside is Why Not? That kind of embodies my philosophy. Like, if you've got one life to live, I mean, why not do the things that you want to do? Why not do that bold, audacious thing that you think you want to try? And so I've built this thing out as like an off-road camping adventure rig, which isn't what you see when you look at a Tesla Model Y Performance at the factory. So I've just been building it out. It's got this matte black wrap on it. And I started by building a camper kit. And our buddy, Jimmy, has this company called Fruble, which is kind of meshed together of the word frunk and table. He started out with a frunk table as his first product. And he helped me build my own Fruble-inspired camping setup in the car. And he hit me up a few weeks ago and said he's got this new design for the Frugal Lite, and we've been going back and forth on it. One of the things I'd wanted in here, because I'm taller and bigger, is a little more headroom. And so this Frugal Lite kit really gives me extra headroom, and it's got less storage, but it still has all the features that I was looking for. So let me pull out the mattress. We'll set it up as a bed, and you guys can see what that kind of looks and feels like.
Yeah, let's do it. The new kit includes 40% lower in profile than the original kit, right? So that's what he was talking about, which is having more headroom. The drawers are big enough to fit most induction cooktops. It's sub-trunk accessible, modular, and it all fits, the bed frame fits inside the sub-trunk. And then the bed frame is tapered for a leveled sleeping area. And look how quick he set that up. There you go.
Yeah, so typically at night, what I'll do is I'll keep this thing folded up during the day when I'm driving, and that gives me that platform here that you saw when we started. So I can pull out my cooking stuff. Earlier I was brushing my teeth, and it's easy just to be able to set that up on the hardwood instead of on your mattress, which if you spill coffee, not great, soup, not great, but on the wood, much better. You can clean it off, and it's much more functional. So I typically leave it folded up, and then at night I'll move the front seats forward, which is why it looks cluttered up there now, is that those will be forward and it lays flat. I've got a 4-inch mattress on here that tri-folds, which I think is a great setup. And with this new Frugal Lite kit, it gives me plenty more headroom, which is awesome. So one of the things Jimmy integrated was a slimmer bed. And like Sandro said, Jimmy designed that around the average induction cooktop. This is a duck stop. I've used it for, I don't know, a few years, 2 years now, and it's been solid. I don't recommend them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but it's a fantastic cooktop. It's worked well for me, and that taps directly into my Renogy 12-volt system. You can't run these directly off of the 12-volt system in the car because they pull so much power. That's not a duck stop thing. That's just about any inverter, any induction cooktop you find. They need between 1,000 and 1,500 watts. And that's just something you'll need an external portable power station or battery system for. So I've got it going into a Renogy inverter because I have those 12-volt batteries in my trunk. So I've got a whole 12-volt system in the back that lives under my in my lower trunk area, which brings me to a good point. Jimmy intelligently built this kit with access to the lower trunk. In a lot of systems, if you put in a big camper system like this, you're not going to be able to get to the lower trunk. And so what he did is he added a hinge about halfway up on the system. And what that lets you do is pull the drawer out, and then you can lift up your access panel and get access to all of your lower trunk areas. So this is the frontmost area of the frunk, and then this is my rear lower trunk area where the batteries live. We've got some recovery gear in here, just shoved some jackets in here, my compressor. And you see there's quite a bit of Moab dust speckled throughout. So it's getting its fair share of use today. So that's a huge improvement over his previous system, which didn't make use of the full trunk area. So this new Frugal Lite system gives you a ton of storage in the drawer and gives you full access to your lower trunk. It's got dual sliders on either side, and those lock when you bring them all the way out. So you hear that click. They clicked in place. They won't go. Yeah, they won't go back in once you actually lock them, which is nice, so that it won't actually flop around if you're on an angle. And then when you go all the way in, they also lock, so they won't come out. It's a fantastic kit so far. And I say so far because this is a pre-production model. So up front, I've got kind of a different setup than what you'll see in the actual production version. We're back to that. So In the production version, Jimmy's building a crosshatch support pattern of wood that'll allow you to store stuff under your mattress while giving it plenty of support, and also going to be repurposing the covers that would normally go over your trunk area and your mid rear trunk. So those covers will actually come off and go on top of his support system in the front, giving you support for your mattress and letting you keep those covers in your car while you're driving and on the road. So it's a fantastic setup. And again, this is pre-production, but the main piece of the kit, the real money piece of the setup here, is this Fruble drawer system back here, the Fruble Lite. And what I love is that it's not just that it's Jimmy's kit. Jimmy's an awesome guy and he's built some great products, but this is he's been through several revisions of this, and he's been literally all over the world. He's been to Europe, he's been all around the US, and he's on the internet talking to people who have built similar things based on his design. And so this kit doesn't only take his learnings into account, it takes all kinds of innovations from people all over the world, all over the internet into account, and he continues to innovate. So it'll be really exciting to see this thing in production and just out there in the world. I think he's planning to launch it in May 2024. So
Yep.
Follow him on Fruble. That's his brand, Fruble Fabrication.
Yep.
You can find him there, and there might be some launch promos for it. So if you want to get on it and get a good deal, check him out right away.
Yep.
And you can head to his website and check out his other products today. He's got a full Tesla camper kit he's selling. He's got his frunk table, which Sandro has, and yeah, he's building some amazing things and enabling some new adventures for us.
Yeah, I was actually the first, I met him about 2 years ago, and I was the first customer to actually buy a Fruble front trunk and actually use it as well on my road trips. It's super neat, well designed. Yeah, and you can find more information on the products itself at teslacamping.com. And you can sign up for his newsletter. He's an awesome friend, a dear friend of mine, and it's a guy living out of his Tesla. So you know that this is top notch, right? And where can they find you as well?
I'm on X, or Twitter, as most people still call it, at Mr. Kyle Field. And yeah, we post up for all our adventures and learnings. I'm passionate about EVs, clean tech, solar, and Tesla camping as well. So this all just fits into this ecosystem that so many of us are passionate about, including this Cybertruck that just happened to join us. But You're gonna have to follow Sandro at Everyday Sandro on X, and you'll see all our adventures there on his channel, my channel, and all over the world. So
it is a bit cold out here. Thanks, Kyle, for your time.
Totally.
And you should watch this video right here, because that's what YouTube suggests for you to watch.